Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In the last episode you would have seen the Drift Brothers M4s drifting up the hill and also us walking past it in the paddocks. We managed to get hold of the head of engineering and one of the Drift Brothers to talk to them about the project and driving experience in more detail. So we've managed to get hold of Kevin from Drift Brothers and he's going to talk us through some of the technical aspects of this car in terms of the engines and how you got the power out of it. So I'm really curious, in terms of internals, what have you changed to be able to support the power that you're running?
I can spoil that. Parts-wise, we have changed nothing at all.
Right, okay.
Because the engine is that good. BMW M wildly overbuilt the engine. It was built for 510 horsepower, that's in a street car. We managed to extract 1040.
Wow.
And there's room up top.
So forged pistons, forged rods?
Stock, yes.
Stock.
There's cracked rods in it.
Yeah.
The piston is really nice machined. You will see it if you hold one. It's really lightweight. They have a long con rod, so the angle is really good and the engine is really reliable.
Okay, and so in terms of on this car, the fueling system, what have you changed?
Stock fuel pumps,
wow.
Yes, absolutely. We also retained the direct injection and added a port injection.
Okay.
This was quite easy because
it has all the
holes. You just need to drill them through.
Yeah.
Make a fuel rail.
And the inlet manifold holds the boost you're running?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's 2.5 bars of boost, and it's fine. What I think is even more impressive, that this charge cooler is stock, and it is a 510 horsepower charge cooler, but it can double the power easily. What we did to support that was we have the stock charge cooler, which we tried out on the dyno before we had plans that we double charge coolers, but it was not necessary. What we did was have two water coolers for the charge cooler.
Okay.
And we have two electric pumps then, and we raised the pressure a bit by that. So we got more flow through the charge cooler and that worked out magnificent.
Okay,
absolutely.
Amazing. And in terms of turbos on this car, are they hybrid of the stock or are they?
Actually, for now, as it's a show setup and we want to be in the safe side, we don't need the 1000 horsepower because the cars are gripped way down actually for here. These are the stock turbos.
Stock turbos, okay.
Yeah, we got around 7 to 750. It depends. We haven't been on the dyno with stock turbos. I think we got up to 750 on the engine dyno. But there are some minor losses on the real car.
So for 1000 horsepower, what's the turbo setup?
The turbo setup was until now a Zona rotor twin turbo setup with one top mount. The front was top mount, the rear one was low mount. Because of the chassis, it wasn't possible different.
Okay.
And we go for a single turbo now.
Okay.
Because we wanted to prove the twin turbo is really good.
Yeah.
We used actually lots of BMW parts in this setup as well, like the charge pipes and everything. We used stock BMW parts and adapted them. For now, we go with a big single.
So with the Zona, I'm assuming there was a different turbo manifold to make that work.
Yes. We made these manifolds ourselves. Like we milled the flanges and then welded them through.
And the 1000 horsepower was on what fuel? Pump fuel?
Pump fuel.
Pump fuel. Wow.
Pump fuel. But keep in mind, pump fuel in Germany. Wait, there's a camera.
102.
You get 102 in Germany. That makes it a lot easier. We run Motec. It was the best choice for us, as it is the best ECU in our opinion for this application. There are not that many ECUs that can support the direct injection. The Motec is one of them, and it has a huge amount of data logging features that we also use in the competitions and give us really valuable data over the time running.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This was twin turbo setup using Zona rotors, pump fuel, stock manifolds, stock charge coolers with additional pumps, stock fuel pumps, port injection, standalone ECU, and you got over 1000 horsepower on pump fuel.
We did one more thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I can tell, but I think I can. The head design, like the combustion chamber, is designed for better emissions and a better fuel mixture in path throttle driving. As we don't have any emission regulations
yes.
and no path throttle driving, we only go all out most of the time. We milled the head like clean. We cut all these angles down and polished it, and that really opened the engine up. And on the next run, the very next run, it was 1,040.
I made that much. So that's the next restriction after the turbo.
Exactly,
is the head.
exactly. The thing is, our tuner couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
he was
that's
like,
a big difference.
He was on the dyno and he said, 1,040, that's not possible. Sunday evening, I go to sleep, try it tomorrow morning. He tried it, make 3 consecutive runs at the same horsepower.
Wow.
So that's really incredible.
That's amazing. Because we've got the road car version of it, so I'm looking forward to now pushing that.
Actually, on the first tryout, we ran unlimited boost.
Yeah.
We had over 3.5 bar of boost.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a warning, manifold pressure too high. And then the drivers, co-drivers compartment fell out.
Like
exactly, like Fast and Furious. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Kevin, thank you very much for your time. It's been really interesting to hear about this car.
Very welcome.
And it's been great watching it go up the hill. So I'm here with the driver of one of the Red Bull Drift Brothers cars, one of the Drift Brothers, Johannes.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
How are you doing? You good?
Good. You?
So, first time at Goodwood.
First
time driving these cars up the hill.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Man, I just said it today, like I think 3 times. I'm like, hopefully nobody pinches me and I wake up because it feels like a dream.
Yeah.
But as it keeps going on for like the 2nd day now, I'm sort of hopeful that it's not a dream.
So
it's
by
amazing.
Sunday you will
it's
be
amazing.
completely used to it and you'll be like, oh, I'm going up the hill again.
Like it's adrenaline is still there.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun, and not only going up the hill, it's the whole thing, the whole package of the event, like the people that are there, the cars, man.
Yeah, cars are amazing.
Come on.
Because some of these cars, we've seen them in BMW Museum, but to actually see them running up the hill is a completely different experience.
And some of them are, there's one of them.
Yeah, one
they
of
race it up the hill, man. And yeah, the spirit, the location, everything is so special.
Have you been to Goodwood before?
No.
So first time and you
first
get to
time
drive
ever,
your cars
and we get to drive.
Yeah, amazing.
But it's not the easiest thing I've ever done.
No.
To be honest. Like behind
I'm
the
sure
wheel.
you're confident with your own driving skills to know. And the other first is that it's the first time 2 cars have been allowed to drift up together.
It's never been allowed.
Yeah.
And it was a huge fight with a lot of people involved trying to make it happen.
But you
and then we got the green light and we was like, whoo, we signed up for a big one, but
so
epic.
apart from your cars, which other car would you love to drift or drive? You don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be drifting, but drive up the hill.
Just one?
Just one. Pick one. All the cars you see.
All right. Like,
I know that's
this is not fair.
It is difficult. All right, pick 3.
Okay, so let's go road cars.
Yep.
I fell in love with a car, and it has nothing to do that we're working with those guys. But the G8X is, or let's make it the G82, is the most amazing car I've driven in the last 15 years.
Yeah,
because
it's a great car.
You don't feel the weight of it. It talks to you. It's fun to drive. It has character.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a modern car.
Yeah.
And it's still comfy if you want it to
Yeah,
be.
it does both.
So, M4 CSL. I want that.
You want
I just
that car.
want that. Only thing I would change on it, gearbox.
You would put manual. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, butchering it, but I would still do it.
Okay.
This would be one. Oh, this one.
M1 Pro car or the E20? Yeah, M1 Pro car. Yeah, good choice. I see a theme here, or BMW.
Yeah, we'll switch it up. I tried to switch it up for the last one, but it's so difficult.
Yeah,
man.
it's hard, especially when all of these are. It's got to be F1 car.
I think an F1 car would be interesting for me to drive because I just haven't done it yet. And I'd like to experience it, and I'd also like to see the faces of the engineers when they're like, okay, have a 192 centimeter tall guy fit in this car now. And they're like, oh no. And then my shoes are size 14s. I probably have to build like a little lump. But yeah, I think, M4 CSL G82 Pro car, and then one of the older F1 cars.
Turbo.
I don't want
turbo.
Yes, turbo. I don't want the. I want the real.
That's amazing. Thank you, Johannes. Thank you for talking us through. And hopefully this is not your last visit to Goodwood, and we'll see you drifting up the hill for many years to come.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks so much.
Johannes.
Thanks. Enjoy the weekend.
I will do.
Peace.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. If you want to join the conversation, please drop us a comment below and we will do our best to respond to you. And if you're running out of things to watch, why don't you watch one of these two?